Hey folks, greetings from Bardal Brook Farm. We're about a week into 2022 here, and it's pretty frigid outside. I think we're about 14 right now, and there's plenty of snow on the ground, but great day for being inside and working with some trees. So here in the shop, we're at a toasty like 65. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm digging up this Air-Prune bed. I totally was sleeping on it and should have had it dug in November while I was outside. Ended up having to bring it in here with a tractor and these dollies that Josh Kingzak's been nice enough to loan us. And I'm trying to get these dug. Unfortunately, the cats have made this a litter box, so that's a bummer. And some unpleasant surprises along the way. But I just got done digging these hickories, and I thought I'd sort of show them off, talk about what we're looking for here. These are all 1-year-old trees. We collected the seed in fall 2020 and then planted them out last year, and these are all in the Air-Prune bed, and I'll get into the significance of that here in a bit. But there's a gorgeous big tree, big shagbark hickory, we call it Bob's giant shag hick, that produced nuts, and we managed to snag a few before the squirrels got them all. And so that's what these 25 seedlings are here. And hickories are nuts. I mean, no pun intended, but they grow, what, 5 to 3 inches there above ground growth. The soil line was right about there. And this is their first year taproot. This one's probably the winner here, down to about 17, 18 inches, -4. So, 13-inch taproot. Or more in that first year. And if we hadn't had them in an Air-Prune bed, it would probably be way longer. I've heard of hickories having about 6 inches of top growth and having a 3-foot taproot. So definitely a unique tree in that regard. You can see this one here has got nice lateral roots. Definitely a good looking one. This one, good taproot, but not nearly as much of that lateral growth. But still decent. Here these are some bitternut hickories we started, just a little bundle there. But you can see same things going on. They got those nice sulfur yellow buds. This is the reason why you gotta think about a taproot when you're propagating hickory. And what happens here is this bed, it's screened on the bottom. So there's actually a screen there. Akiva Silver talks a lot about Air-Prune beds, if any of you are familiar with him. And that's who we got inspired from to build that. But what happens is this taproot grows down, and then it's not super easy to see, but this is the taproot, and right there it stopped growing. But what's important is that it gently pruned itself, because it hit that screen at the bottom of the Air-Prune bed, and it kind of just stops growing, calluses over, and then puts out these lateral roots, which is what we want for transplanting. And that's significant because if this were growing in the ground and I went to dig it now, I'm almost guaranteed to damage this taproot while I'm digging it. And it's not going to take so kindly to that. But in this case, it gently pruned itself during the growing season. And so that should make it more able to withstand transplanting. That's the theory, at least. So just wanted to show you what we're up to here. I'm going to be digging these. These are heartnuts, Japanese walnuts. I'll be digging these next. I think I got my work cut out for me. This lateral root is all the way to here, and the tree's over there. I think I got that at 32 inches. So a 32-inch lateral root on a 1-year seedling here in this Air-Prune bed. Not too bad, and that's why we do it. Hey folks, so I finished digging up all those Japanese walnuts, those heartnuts, and thought I'd show you some of the results here. Was really happy with how they turned out. Great growth here on the root system and above ground too. This was the winter chicken dinner, the big kahuna here. 30 inches of top growth, over a 1/2-inch caliper right there at the base, and you can just see these great roots. I'm gonna have to do some root pruning. I think there's so many. I think it's cool to see this right next to these hickories I dug up earlier. They're at extreme opposite ends of the spectrum, really, in terms of first year growth. these hickories maybe put on 4 to 5 inches, whereas this, this was the biggest one, but a lot of those over there have, they're around 2 feet. So cool to see that comparison for sure. If you're not familiar with heartnut, it's a mutation of the Japanese walnut, and it's super cold hardy. Does great here in zone 4 or 5. Just not really prone to many diseases compared to a lot of the other native walnuts. And great tropical looking tree. Great addition to the landscape. The nuts, the good ones at least, crack out really well. They are thick shelled, but they crack right in half, and then oftentimes this meat will come out all in one piece, and that's huge. If you've ever tried to clean black walnuts, they taste mighty fine, but you got your work cut out for you trying to get all that meat out. So that's a big advantage there, the Japanese walnut. Over here you can see these are some of the other ones I dug. Just so many roots. I got some root pruning to do. So many roots I can't even fit them in this bin here. Here's a good example. Some people are afraid to prune roots. I totally get it. I was too when I first got started, but you really shouldn't be scared. It can really help a tree out. That right there, see that root's girdling, starting to wrap? What can happen is that if that goes unchecked, in the future, that could end up actually choking itself and killing off this big main root. And if the tree's healthy and growing well, it might probably push right through. But if it's been a little stressed with drought or some other event, a pest, it could be the end of that tree. So we'll definitely get that pruned back and get all these ready for transplanting. Speaking of transplanting, if you're interested in adding some of these to your landscape, keep an eye out on Instagram or our Facebook page. We're going to be launching the new the new website any moment here. Getting close now that I got some time to get indoors and get to work. But these will be for sale along with a whole lot of other trees. We'll be shipping this spring bare root stock. But just wanted to give you a sense of what we're up to here at Bart Albrook and with the tree nursery. And really appreciate you checking us out.